Well, hello. It's been a month. I took a month off from these videos. You think, well, that's a bit odd. It's just a new bloody channel. What's going on? I feel the need to explain somewhat. When I started this channel, obviously I've done YouTube channels before. Majority of the ones I do on 3D and visual effects. In fact, you'll notice this I've got on here is from the TV show Floor's Lava. All the 3D stuff and environments and that were done by me, by the way, on my day job. So I'm not a newbie to doing YouTube videos, but I've always done them one of two ways. It's either being screen capture stuff where I'm teaching somebody, which I've got over 25 years of experience of, in the visual effects and game side, or it was when I was doing a series of videos for the 3D visual effects community called the Waynecasts. This goes back, I finished them about 6-7 years ago. And that was me wandering around with the camera, once a week for about half an hour, just spouting off in a character, But the character, in some ways, it was making an exaggerated version of me. So when I started doing this, I thought, you know what, let's do it properly. So I looked up all the things that it says to make a good YouTube video. That's where the problem started. So there's going to be a massive change of tone in these videos from now on, from this second, right? Let me explain. Now, I've had at least one person whinging about the fucking sound. First thing, I am not spending one penny on equipment that I do not have for these videos. Period. Don't care. I'm using the Zoom Q2N for the sound on this, the Canon G7X, that's it. So if I turn this way and the sound fades out, that's because it's the directional fucking microphone. Okay? The hint is in the name. Directional. If I turn this way, you won't hear it as well. You'll only get what's coming off the back walls. Okay? So I don't want to hear the bullshit about, oh, well, you need 47 microphones and you must always do the thing and that. Fuck off, right? Yes, you'll notice I'm a lot more grumpy in real life. Now, one of the main things it said is, oh, you should be happy and smiley in your videos. I'm not a happy, smiley fucking person. I never have had, I never have been rather, and to be honest, I'm a grumpy old fuck. I've spent the majority of my life since the age of 18 in pain. I have a congenital brain problem. I've had 2 strokes, and I could go on for the next half hour on things that have went wrong with me. Do you care? No. No, should you? Now, the second one was, you should always be positive about reviews. Find the positive in every single thing that you review. So I tried that. Yeah, that didn't really work, did it? So you can see some quite amazing honesty coming, especially the next one I'm doing directly after this on the emissary plugin. You'll love that one. And a lot of it was like, you must keep to an upload schedule at least twice a week. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. The thing is, unlike doing a video like that Matthew Santori used to do, like 50 amazing facts things, where you're basically in front of a camera and you have a script. When you're having to produce sometimes a song per video, there is no fucking way you can do this unless this is your full-time job and keep the quality high enough. That's what started concerning me. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not playing to my strengths. Now, to properly review, say, the Joyo Amped that's sitting down there, I was using it last night, because I'm on recording the last few tracks of my album. Now, for you to get a full idea of what it sounds like, I presented it with no EQ, no effects, in a mix, raw. That is not the way you're going to record it. Ever. There's not a recording, I think, in existence, apart from, some of the very early ones, where there's not some sort of effect on it. So, what you're going to use will affect the bloody sound. It's supposed to. You might have to notch the frequencies out. On a song I was doing last night, I'm trying to recreate a tone I did many years ago, where the playing was a lot shit, but the tone was fantastic. And I was using that, and I had to notch some of the frequencies and do double track it and notch those frequencies to leave a bit of a scoop in the middle. It's not thrash, trust me, but it'll make sense if I manage to sort it out. The point is, that's how you can use things. You get the best sound you can. That's just the source. So a review like that, it basically ends up where you sound permanently shit. Now, although my day job is a visual effects artist and working in TV and games and films, I do take pride in my work. No musician wants to purposely make themselves sound worse. So that's where I stand. Now, if I feel that I can illustrate a point with a short piece of music, I will do, providing I think it's the right quality. But do not expect it to be raw, because I can promise you now, 90% of the people on YouTube are not just giving you a raw guitar signal when they're showing you a track. I think there's some people are very honest about it. Like the guy who does the Spectre Sound videos, whose name is went out of my head, Glenn Fricker, that's it. Because he will say, look, this is in a mix, meaning there's a lot of stuff on this. Fair enough, great, crack on. And that's done in a good way. This is not my fucking day job. It will never be my day job. Why am I doing the videos? I'm doing this to keep me sane during this whole fucking COVID bollocks, right? That's the only reason I'm doing it. It gives me something to do in my dead moments. So I will not be keeping to a release schedule. I will be doing them when I fucking feel like it. So this could be once a week, once every 2 weeks. Sometimes you might see 4 in a week, and you might not see anything for 3 weeks. That's the way my brain works, and I will work it around my life. I don't want it to start feeling like a job. If you're looking for that, find some other mug, right? Basically, if you want a happy smiley person going ee all the time and hey, find another fucking mug, because that ain't me. I am a grumpy old fuck, right? And anybody who knows me on a personal level knows that I'm not afraid to speak my mind. And I don't give a shit who I piss off, basically. It's a bit of a character flaw, but apparently it makes me quite endearing to some people. Who would have thought it? But yes, so the point I'm making is there's a lot of things that have got to change. If I don't feel I have something to add about something, then why do it? Now, another thing you're going to see, and you're going to see quite soon, is more and more of music of mine. Because in a way, this acts like a lost leader. And I'll be quite honest with you. A lot of people on YouTube aren't, but I will be. It helps to draw people in. They might find the review by accident, because I'm not promoting it anywhere. The only thing near promotion you'll get is on the Circle of Tone group on Facebook. That is it. I'll put it on my Twitter, I'll put it on my Facebook. Occasionally I might mention it on my Instagram thing when I remember it exists. And that is it. Okay? At all. Nothing else. I'm not going on forums promoting this. So if somebody finds it by accident, and then they might start listening to some of my music. That's the whole point. So there's 4 music videos lined up at the moment that I've, for the next album. I'm just waiting till I finish it off. It's very near the end of last month. Tops. Now, I might upload some of the older ones, but again, I'm trying to think, well, you weren't 100% happy with those. It might muddy the water, and they're a bit of a different musical style. Because the thing is, people are fucking morons. And if you let's say you put out a thrash album, right? I haven't listened to thrash properly for years, but you get my drift. Then everybody thinks that you are a person who releases thrash albums. Then what happens when the next song's a blues song? Or you think, I fancy doing some smooth jazz. There's the problem right there. People like the Pigeon Hole people. I've fought against Pigeon Holes my entire life. I do many things. And I like to think I do them pretty decently. And that's always been a thing I've had problems with, is people wanting to pigeonhole you as one thing. In the 3D industry for many years, I was known as Mudbox Guy. That was a 3D scoping application. Now, people didn't like the idea initially that I was doing other things and used loads of stuff, So yeah, that's the thing I'll always fight against. But the point I'm making here is a valid one. The same as, I'm going to be quite honest with you, because not many people are on fucking YouTube, let's face it. If you see me playing a track, right, I will probably be tracking along to a pre-recorded track. You know why 99% of YouTube does that? It's the old thing that you hear, there's a proper name for it, I can't remember. Is if you have a camera on you, right, and you're doing something, your brain immediately goes and you fuck up more than usual, right, if you know the camera's there. So what a lot of people do is they will work making sure it sounds as good as possible. Even if it's stuff that's done solo on a bass, mentioning no names, on guitar, on fucking banjo, whatever. And then they will basically either play along or mime along, track it, right? I see that's perfectly acceptable, because otherwise you cannot judge somebody who's playing live in front of a fucking GoPro up against somebody who's put hours of production in and miming along. But however, every single one of you is suckers for that. Every single one of you. Is there anything wrong with that? No, I don't think there is. That's an artist giving the best version of themselves. Alright? As long as you can play the fucking music and you can play that in real time if you have to on stage, you're golden. Right? But do you want a version that might have a little bit of a fluff in the fourth bar? Of course you don't. That's just common fucking sense, man. You know. So yeah, I'll tell you that straight away. It won't be metal stuff. I did do some stuff because I thought I'll be honest with you. A lot of the people in the Circle of Tone group seem to be into more metal and sort of fringe thrash stuff. A lot of the stuff I did that a lot of that years ago, and I try to recapture a bit of the youth. And then I'm thinking, well, the hands aren't up with it now. They've slowed down. I'm 50 this year, and they have slowed down a lot. Which happens, by the way, if you don't keep going little all the time. So the stuff I do nowadays is blues stuff. There'll be some stuff that might have a bit of a folk edge. I do lots of different styles of music. I play a lot of different instruments. So expect to see a lot of that, right? If you're after just some metalhead sitting here in his biker's jacket, which incidentally I've still got mine in there, that's not the person I am, right? Have I played metal? Oh yes, quite a lot of it. But that's not the musician I am right now. I play more slide and acoustic stuff right now. Although to be fair, there's quite a lot of the next album, is electric as well. It's a bit of a hybrid going on there, but that's for another time. So basically, the too long didn't listen version is there'll be no more happy smiley Wayne unless I'm particularly feeling happy or smiley that day. Given that I've suffered from clinical depression since the age of 18, those are going to be pretty much few and far between, I'm afraid. I will be a grumpy old bastard. I will call out things that I see as wrong in the industry, and it won't be done in a nice way, an apologetic way. It will be, what the fuck's going on? Now the reviews, most people do reviews, and I'll be quite honest with you, to try and get free shit. Now you will not get free shit until you've got a minimum of 20,000 views regularly, right? I will not hit that if I live to be 400 years old. That is not why I'm doing it. That's why most reviews you can disregard, because people are being overly positive in the hope that another company someday will give them an amp head or a guitar or something. Ain't gonna fucking happen, right? Not until you hit those sort of numbers. And that's the minimum requirement. Then you might get some free plectrums or something. It doesn't work like that. So I'm just going to be me. If you don't like that, basically tough, because this is the only me I have. I won't go into styles of music that I don't particularly like. As I say, I'm about to do a video on the MS3 plugin, which will go up probably the same time or very shortly after this. And that's going to be one hell of a review, and it's also going to be quite short. So I'll see you all in that video. But if you feel that this is too much for you to cope with, the fact that, shocker, people aren't actually playing live when they say they are, oh, get over it. You're not that fucking stupid, are you? You didn't think like people like Davey 504 were playing live? Or all these other people? You don't think they're actually miming along? Yeah, there's some people that do, right? But most of them fucking aren't. Watch the fingers carefully and watch the timing and the attack, right? And that's the giveaway if you want to spot them, by the way, because I'm blasted. Anyway, right. So this is the start of a new era. Well, that sounds a bit fucking poncy. Right. It's basically I'm going to be a twat going forward. Okay, that's the easy version. If I think something's great, I'll tell you. If I think it's, but bear in mind, I'm working for my level. I'm not talking about people who are playing Long Beach Arena or the Marquee Club. I'm talking about people who at best might be in a pub band. People who don't have a lot of money. People who are going, well, it's not brilliant, but it's all I can afford. So you won't see me doing reviews, of the latest rev generator head, because I'm not going to fucking buy it, because I personally don't think it's worth the fucking money. unless you're doing a lot of high-end recording and high-end gigs. So, right, there you go. I've waffled on long enough. It's about 15 minutes long, this video, and I think that's enough for today. And I'll see you all next time. And by the way, there'll be more swearing. So just to make sure the YouTube algorithm gets it, fuck, cunt, wank, shite. Right, there you go, there you go. That makes it so it'll be over 18 now, and YouTube will make sure that I'm never monetized ever again. Bye bye.